Hello everyone. This session is on seating arrangement, which is a important topic in analytical reasoning questions. So, which has been asked for banking exam, aptitude test, and also for the written exams for the interviews. The important things you have to remember before solving this is read the questions carefully, do not miss any information, practice different types of questions, take notes, write everything down. It will make the process of solving much easier. The moment you understand the first sentence of the question, try to put it in the form of a short note or a chart. The weightage of seating arrangement questions mostly ranges from 8 to 10 marks. They can be most scoring part if a candidate answers arrangements quickly and efficiently. Generally, seating arrangement questions have subparts, and if the candidate solves the arrangement, they can quickly obtain 4 to 5 marks per seating arrangements. Yes, it is the same as we have seen the reasoning questions. The question starts with a description of a situation. If you are able to understand and prepare your own chart basing on the first description points, it will be easy for you to solve the sub questions. Whatever 4 or 5 sub questions will be given, and you will be scoring well. Seating arrangement questions, key concepts you can see here. It involves an arrangement in a particular pattern, and the conditions are 4 to 5 questions related to the same arrangement will be asked. You are given both direct and indirect information, which will help you to understand about the arrangement in a orderly manner. Now, you can see here we have various types of arrangement. This questions can be divided into different categories depending upon the type of seating arrangement. Now, first one you can see here, it is a rectangular arrangement. Here you have to arrange people at a rectangular table. You need to keep in mind the direction so that you do not get confused. Now, second type is linear arrangement. Here you have to arrange people in a linear form. These types of questions are usually the simplest one. It is just like arranging the things in a row. Circular arrangement. In this circular arrangement, the type of seating arrangement question is somewhat similar to a rectangular arrangement, except here people need to arrange it in a circular form. And here, if the people are towards the center, it carries in one way, and if the people are sitting away from the center, the pattern will be different. Coming to the next type, that is double row arrangement. Basically, this goes like a photo session of a group where the single row and again the after rows will be discussed. In this seating arrangement questions, people are to be arranged in 2 rows or greater than that, usually facing each other. Now, complex row arrangements. So this is also similar to this particular photographic group photography position. They are similar to the linear arrangement questions, but still with a different clues will be given indicating a complex system. Now you can see through diagrammatic way here the rectangular arrangement. You have to be specific with the east, west, north, south directions. And also if your if all the people are towards the center, facing towards the center, you have their left and right directions indicated. You have to imagine yourself being at a position of A, B, C and D, and then you can imagine where is the left and right direction. And also whenever the question is explained, the clockwise arrangement of the people and anti-clockwise arrangement of the people will be discussed. Yes, here is the diagrammatic representation of the linear arrangement where it flows with the direction of the east, west, north, south. The question will be starting saying about the facing east or facing west or facing north, like that, and then an arrangement will be given who is the neighbor of which person, and that thing will be analyzed. Now the circular arrangement where you have 6 and 8 pattern, 6 people in the circular table and 8 people sitting in the circular table. These are the two different options for the circular arrangement, and among that only we have two more types, that is facing towards the center, facing away from the center. So like this we have different patterns in the circular arrangement, little bit tough but most frequently asked. If you are able to draw the chart properly, it is easy for you to solve the sub questions and score 4 marks. Yes, now you can see here outward direction facing circle, the right of the person will be different. If the person is sitting facing to the center, the right and left of the person will be different, which you have to remember. Now here is the complex arrangement where it is looking like a similar linear arrangement, individual rows when it is chosen, but in this double row and the complex arrangement you can see that in the same linear arrangement pattern 3 to 4 lines will be given. So it basically starts with facing to the north or south, facing to the east or west, and then who is neighbor of who and who is at the end. So these are the specific details which we will discuss. Now coming to few examples. So once we solve a few examples, you will get confidence to the topic and how the question pattern is given. Now the first question which we are solving here is the linear arrangement. You can see here the answer is already given, but we'll still first go through the question. A, P, R, X, S and Z are sitting in a row. S and Z are in the center. Yes, once it is given here about the 6 members linear arrangement, the middle two you can choose it as S and Z. So it may be Z and S also, S and Z also. So there we have two options. Now coming to the second sentence in the question, A and P are at the ends. A and P are at the ends. So it means that A and P are at the ends. You can fix them at the end, but we are not sure whether A comes to the right end or P comes to the right end. Okay, so now the third sentence in the question given is R is sitting to the left of A. Means if the A is sitting at the end and we have to choose the left side just neighbor as R, it means that A is definitely at the right end but not at the left end. So this third sentence will confirm us the position of R and A. Now coming to the last sentence in the question, who is to the right of P? Who is to the right of P? So once A is adjusted at the right end, P position at the left end is fixed. Now the only variable left is X. So now the answer for our question, that is who is to the right of P is X. That is option B. Now coming to the next example, you have here A, B, C, D and E are sitting on a bench. Again the same linear pattern. A is sitting next to B, C is sitting next to D, D is not sitting with E. Who is on the left end of the bench? C is on the second position from the right. A is to the right of B and E. A and C are sitting together. In which position A is sitting? See, once you want to read the full question, it is difficult for you to understand where the clue is lying. So, what you can do, once the first sentence is indicating are sitting on a bench, all these people are sitting on a bench. It means that you need 5 dots. So, arrange your 5 dots. And let's go for the second sentence in the question, that is A is sitting next to B. Yes, we can say that A and B are neighbors. Now C is sitting next to D. Now C and D are neighbors. But we don't know at which point we have to arrange this AB or CD. Now next clue is given as D is not sitting with E. So it means that D and E are too far. And where is E? The third sentence is indicating who is on the left end of the bench. So now the end character of the bench, that is the left end, is fixed with this sentence, that is E. Now C is on the second position from the right. So now we have the confirm clue for the second position from the right, that is C here. Now C is sitting next to D. It means that D is the neighbor. So you can place the D at the extreme right end. Now what is the next clue given here? A is to the right of B and E. Yes, with this you can say that from E the right side is B and from B the right side is A. Now A and C are sitting together. In which position A is sitting? Yes, you can see here it is in between B and C. So when you place B and C in this direction, it is easy for you to identify and solve your problem. Now, next example which we have here is about a circular arrangement P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W. So you can see here how many variables are existing? 8 variables are existing and are sitting round the circle and are facing the center. See, all these 8 members are facing towards the center of the table. Now, first description gives me as P is second to the right of T, is the neighbor of R and V. It means that T is at the center of R and V because R and V are neighbors for T. So now T, R, V positions are fixed. Now second point given here is S is not the neighbor of P. So ultimately this S is little far. Now third point indicating here is V is the neighbor of U. So now R, T, V positions are fixed and now the new neighbor of V is U. So now these 4 points are fixed, that is R, T, V and U. Fourth point in the question which describes Q is not between S and W. W is not between U and S. Yes, with this we cannot be sure that where we have to position about the W and Q, but still we will go for the sub questions. Which two of the following are not neighbors? Yes, here you can see the A option is given, which is nothing but R and V. U and V is neighbors, R and P is neighbors, and then we have Q and W as neighbors. Yes, all these sub questions can be solved easily only when you can do this circle properly. So go through the points again and again where the question is described and try to fix the points in the circle and write your variables. Once here all the 4 points are clearly visible in the circular arrangement which you have done, it is easy for you to solve the remaining sub questions. Yes. For the same question, you have sub questions which is nothing but which of the following is correct. P is to the immediate right of Q, R is between U and V, Q is to the immediate left of W, immediate left or the neighbor is the same. First neighbor, second neighbor is different. So you have to understand the terminology what they are using. Immediate right of Q. So it means that Q, if Q is facing to the center and sitting there, you have to imagine yourself sitting at the Q position and you have to then think of your right hand side. So which is nothing but a P position. Yes, so which is a wrong option. So first option is wrong. R is between U and V. This is wrong. And then we have this C option, that is Q is to the immediate left of W. Yes, this is correct. Yes, even though you see the answer in the C option, still you have to see what is D option. So D option is U is between W and S, which is a wrong. Then only you can confirm that C is the right option. Yes, in the same question, you have one more sub question indicating what is the position of yes, and it is described among the 4 options. You have to pick the right answer. Between U and V, no, it is wrong. And second option, second to the right of P. Yes, imagine yourself facing towards the center of the table, being at P position, and extend your right hand side, second right. First right means from P, first right is R, second right is T. So it is a wrong option. And then you have C option as to the immediate right of W. Yes, this is the right option. And you can choose option C as right answer. Now, going through one more example, 5 girls are sitting on a bench to be photographed. Seema is to the left of Rani and to the right of Bindu. So it means that the immediate neighbors of Seema are Bindu and Rani. One is to the left, one is to the right. So these 3 positions are confirmed now. Mary is to the right of Rani. Rita is between Rani and Mary. So with this you can confirm the remaining positions. Now basing on this simple description, 4 more questions will be asked, sub questions. One among which is who is sitting immediate right to Rita. Yes, then the right option is Mary. That is option C. Now, going through a little complex example here, that is in an exhibition, 7 cars of different companies are standing facing to the east in the following order. So now we have to arrange the cars according to the given company name, and then you have to go for the sub questions. Now Cadillac is next to right of Fargo. Fargo is fourth to the right of Fiat. Maruti car is between Ambassador and Bedford. Fiat, which is third to the left of Ambassador, is at one end. So now instead of taking the clue from first, second, third point, once here the fourth point describes us that Fiat, which is third to the left of Ambassador, is at the one end. So you can fix your end first. Now after that you can proceed for the remaining clues and you can draft your chart which is explaining the total description. So once this chart is ready, the sub questions it is easy to make out. The only thing we have to do, draw your own directions, east, west, north, south, then start plotting the hints given in the question description. Once the question description is plotted in the form of flow chart, then it is easy for you to solve the example. Now we have here the sub questions, which is nothing but which of the cars are on both the sides of Cadillac car, and the second question is which of the following statement is correct, that is Maruti is next left of Ambassador. Yes, when the question is related to which of the following statement is correct, then you have to go through all the options even though you find the right option at the B or the C options. Okay, so now in this case A is the right option, but still you need to go through and understand what are the B, C, D options, whether it is wrong or right. Yes, then only you can confirm that your answer is correct. Now these are the two more questions which is possible questions for the same description. Which one of the following statement is correct? Which of the following group of cars is to the right of Ambassador? Yes, this is how we have the different combinations. Try to download the previous papers, exercise sheets from the websites for the bank exams and aptitude tests. If you solve regularly, it is easy for you to understand the question pattern and it will help you in your exam preparation. Thank you for attending the session.